No, Pete. I don't know what a sussy baka is. I think that'd be a weird way to start the podcast. Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Two Bros One
Oh
Podcast.
gosh.
As always, I'm joined by my boy Pete, and I'm Cooper.
I hate it here.
What? I
Yeah,
thought.
everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Pete, and this is my co-host, Cooper.
Okay, that's kind of. Why can't we both be co-hosts? My co-host
You
Pete.
know, I figured someone's gotta be the host.
Okay, a little rude.
Also,
Um,
when you told me you had a fire intro again,
bro,
I knew it was gonna be about sussy bakas, but I didn't know you were gonna blame that on me.
I think I killed it. That was sick.
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
say,
You guys, you have to let us know what you thought of Cooper's sussy baka intro.
Pete, I had a lot of time to come up with that intro because before this show started, I was like, "Hey, Pete, you wanna record a podcast?" And this was about 3 hours ago. He said, "Sure, let me take a brief 5 minute shower." And then 3 hours later, he decides to hop on.
Okay, chat.
What a sussy baka.
While it was 3 hours ago, here's how it really went. I gotta tell you from my perspective, because
Yeah,
we'll
let's
we'll
hear
we'll
it.
decide who's in the wrong here. Uh, we were playing a little Binding of Isaac. Just vibing in a Discord call earlier.
True, true.
Cooper just gets absolutely destroyed because he's just so good
I
at
don't
the
know. I'm a
game.
gamer. I'm good at any game I play, but
Yeah, totally, totally. I did not drown in the shower. Thank you for your concern, though, chat. But no, we finished and we're like, yeah, maybe we'll mess around at T-Bop in a little bit, and I was never given a time frame, and
no.
so I had no time frame given. It was like, reconvene
No.
later,
You're lying. You're lying. You said
later.
I said, "Pete, let's record a podcast." And you said, "Oh, I got to take a shower first." And I said, "Who takes a shower in the middle of the day? Kind of weird." And you were like, "It'll only take me 30 minutes." It took you 3 hours.
Okay, okay. No time frame given. It was like, could take 30 minutes on the
Wait,
shower, could be longer.
why did you take a shower anyway?
I was a little greasy because I planned on taking one this morning and then I didn't. That's neither here nor
Oh,
there.
kind of
Okay,
gross.
the grease levels don't matter in this story. So what happened between the time that we got off playing Isaac and this is I watched the movie Soul because it's good
Never
quality
seen
movie.
it.
I've been hearing really good things lately. I figured I got time to watch a quick Pixar movie, have a good time.
I hate you.
Pixar film. And then after that, I was like, huh, I'm hungry because that was the original plan. Get some food, shower, whatnot. Soul was just kind of a bit of a surprise. Um, I got some Greek food. It's actually really good. Thank you for asking, Cooper. So that took like I don't know, like 45 minutes to eat because I watched a little Ludwig while eating it. So
Peter,
took
it
my
is
time.
it is always such a hassle to get you to record this podcast. It's like you don't want to do it. That's how I feel.
Well, someone's got to be the host.
But like literally, I try so often to get you to record a podcast. Like 2 days ago, I called you, I FaceTimed you, and when you answered, you were like dripping wet, and you said,
God, I'm not turning out great in this story. Okay.
you said, you just woke me up, and I said, "Why are you so sweaty?" And you just didn't give me a reason. You just hung up.
Okay, that is not how that went. That is not. You are painting me in such a bad light with these.
It was kind of weird.
Gosh. Okay, chat. I won't lie. I do make it very annoying for Cooper to like set up a time to T-Bop because I gotta be in the right headspace. I gotta be in the zone.
It's it's literally just us having a conversation. That's all the podcast is.
It takes a lot of work to talk to some uh you know.
Okay, well, that's kind of rude.
I didn't mean it like that.
I guess I have been kind of hard to record with too because I've been literally dying for a week straight.
Yeah, every time I asked you what you had, you told me Ligma, and I was like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?"
Well, now I just have like a bad like sore throat, but the doc gave me some medicine, so I'm kind of goaded now. It's
Some
this
gargling medicine that seems a
yeah,
little sus.
it's this disgusting, I don't even know what it is. It's this viscous yellow fluid that's lemon flavored, and I like gargle
What?
it, and it's supposed to soothe my throat, but
I hate the
it's just
sound of that. That's
it's like
awful.
it's like if you put like yellow chalk in a blender and then like mushed it up and
Don't
added a
don't
little bit
even
of water.
don't
That's
even
that's what it is.
talk to me about this. Don't even. I don't want to hear more about your yellow goop that you have to gargle
Hey,
repeatedly
we've all been there. We've all been
for
there.
the next 2 weeks, nonetheless.
It's not my fault.
When
You
did you
know,
start feeling sick? Because I need to mention that.
it was like last Monday, like Mother's Day. Okay, it's not my fault that I'm sick.
Cap.
Mother's Day weekend. That was last weekend, right?
Yeah, that's a bit ago.
So we're at Mother's Day, and I decide to share
Wait.
some cake with my young baby niece, and I think she got me sick because I'm a kind guy, so I gave her like a piece of my cake, and it got me sick.
Wait, so how does you like giving her your cake get you sick?
Because I think she was sick, and then she got me sick. Ava, if you're
Okay.
watching, I blame you. If you're tuning
Yeah.
in,
Yeah, I'm sure Ava's tuning in right
bro,
now.
she might be. She might be.
I call cap on that one. But no, so you got chat. Coop was telling me about this.
Hmm.
He got sick like a week ago, over a week ago, and he didn't go to the doctor to get this yellow gargly nastiness till today.
That's normal.
That's insane. You were like dying over the weekend.
I had I had like Advil.
We plan to do either a T-bop like Saturday or
Hmm.
just mess around and like play some games Saturday. And I called you like when we had planned and you woke up and you're like, "Why are you calling me this late?" We seem to wake each other up a lot with these
But I'm
calls.
good now. Yeah, my sleep schedule's been super weird. Like I've been like having like normally I stay up way too late, but now I'm like
Yeah.
going to bed at like 5 p.m. So right now I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah. I mean, we also planned to stream last night, and you were like, "I'm gonna take a quick nap," and then called me at like midnight, and were like,
Yeah.
"I don't think I'm gonna make it."
That was more me dying from not having any medicine. Well, I guess the whole week was. But we're
Why you waited a week?
back
I
on the
don't know.
grind now.
Yeah, it
But
sounds like the gargling stuff
but
helped.
it was an eventful week.
Do tell.
Well, when you're home sick, you want to get some fine cuisine, right?
Okay.
So you want to order it to your house.
Yeah,
So, of course, I hopped on some Uber Eats and I was like, bring me some Applebee's.
that's not fine cuisine.
It's fine dining, dining at its finest. And
Okay, sure.
they were like, oh shit, okay. And then like 2 hours passed. And
Yeah, that's
I looked on the app and it said there's no drivers in your area. So I canceled my order, right?
following. Following.
Kind of sad. Got my money back. But then I decided I'm still hungry. I still want the food, so I ordered the same thing on DoorDash. And DoorDash, shout out DoorDash, way smoother experience. Not sponsored. They
Not
brought
sponsored.
it. They brought it in like 30 minutes. But when the DoorDash guy came, he also had my Uber Eats food. So I got double the food for the price of one. Little
Are you
industry secret.
serious?
I did. Yep.
That's sick. I'm gonna double order and then cancel my order after it's made.
It's I don't I it might work.
He broke the strat.
Yeah,
You also
Applebee's
told me
is
you
goaded.
just like your strategy though, like
My
Normally
strategy.
I'd be like, normally I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. You got double the food. But you told me your strategy of beating the sickness without medicine was to not eat, speak, move, or breathe.
No, well, that was more my strategy. So like my nothing hurt. If I just sat still and didn't eat, sleep, move, or breathe, then nothing would pain me.
Oh my gosh,
That's how I
Coop.
survived so long.
So you ordered this double food in a time where you couldn't eat, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it was a little rough. It kind of hampered my experience, but
I imagine it just sitting in your room taunting you.
yeah. But
Oh,
I ate
you
most
gotta
of it.
love it. He powered through. The tears were shed, but that's okay.
It is okay.
I have to circle back because yet again, I don't feel I was presented at the best light a
Okay.
little bit when you just brought up me being moist and then we just left
Bro,
that.
we forgot. We're past it now. Why we gotta go
No,
back
I
to it?
need to explain myself.
All right. Why
So,
were you extremely sweaty when I called you?
yeah, so Coop just FaceTimes me. What was it, like 4 p.m.,
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m.? It
Yeah.
wasn't like that bad. I don't know. I just towards the end of the semester, because this was right as finals were finishing up, I found I was really exhausted and would take naps at really weird times. Like my body would just shut down and I'd be like, all right, time to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would sometimes like one time I went to sleep at like 5 p.m., like just actually asleep, but not even having a weird sleep schedule. My body was just like, it's time to go to sleep. But so I took a nap
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it wasn't an intentional nap. I was sitting on my bed and I got a little uncomfortable, so I laid down with my head at the end of the bed for a bit. And I
Yeah.
watched TikToks and I fell asleep.
But what does this have to do with you being sweaty? This doesn't explain anything.
One thing led to another. I don't know. It was just really, really hot for some reason. And I was just in the deepest sleep ever.
You
I might
literally
have been drooling a little bit.
you went through this whole explanation to just not tell us why you were sweaty.
But so it was just very hot for some reason. Then Cooper calls me, and that's what wakes me up. The whole time a TikTok sound is playing that I slept through somehow.
Oh, it was just on repeat.
Yeah, like the Castaway song. But but no, Coop calls me and wakes me up, and he's like, "Ew, why are you moist?" And I'm like, I'm out of it. Because as everyone knows, when I'm called and woken from a slumber by Cooper, I don't really know what's going on. So I'm like, I wake up and he's like, "Why are you moist?" And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't think I give you an explanation.
No. And then it just ends. The call's over.
Well, we planned. You were like, "All right, we're gonna stream later that night," and I was like, "Okay, cool, we'll do that." In my moistened, tired, exhausted state, because I had prior plans that night for like a week and
Yeah.
forgot about them because I was just dead asleep.
Yeah, you just lied to me. That's okay. It's okay.
And then when I regained cognition like an hour later, because I may have gone back to sleep, I finally told Coop, uh, in a much less moist state.
Were you still watching TikToks when you fell back asleep?
Yeah, not proud of it, but
I respect it. Bro,
it was
I've been seeing so many TikToks that are like, this is your sign to shave your head bald right now. And I've thought about it.
I've seen those too. I think it'd be neat to do at least once in life, and you did it already.
What if we did it together? Like we both go bald at the same time. See whose hair grows faster.
Egg challenge.
Oh, like we turn ourselves into eggs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like
we could come up
you
with a
need to
better
shave your
name.
head
My hair's
a
looking
lot
sick
more
right
than
now.
I do.
No, I think
No.
it's looking fine.
No.
Perfectly fine.
It's It's rat's nest moment. I told you I wouldn't mention it too much on stream, so I'll leave it at that, but
Kind of
maybe
rude.
shave it.
Kind of hurts my feelings. Maybe I'll shave it for like my birthday or something. Like a little present to me.
If you don't shave it for your birthday, please shave it for mine.
Oh, I had an amazing birthday idea.
Ooh.
Okay, so our birthdays, mine is June 4th, which is coming up, and yours is like July 15th or something.
Wow, fake friend. I
What?
knew yours.
No, you didn't know mine. If I
June
hadn't said,
4th, that one. His birthday is June 4th.
all right, when's your birthday?
July 12th.
Okay, so since our birthdays are fairly close, I think
Yeah.
we should get each other the same present.
Okay, what did you have in mind?
So, you're gonna have to hear me out.
All right.
How do you feel about fine American footwear?
Okay, your definition of fine American cuisine is Applebee's, so I'm skeptical.
Okay, so there was this limited edition run of these very fancy shoes. And I'll just give it to you straight. 2 words, maybe 3 words. I don't know. I think it's 2 words. 3 words. 3 words.
Okay.
Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Yes, I'm 100% on board. I
The,
actually want those.
the only problem is
Yeah.
I Googled it and they're all sold out. So we're going to have to buy them off eBay for around $200 a pair.
What, are you kidding me?
Yeah, maybe a little more.
I see some off-brand Crocs kids Crocs.
But I
That's
think it's
what they're
worth
called,
it.
Crocs kids Crocs for $40.
I think it's worth it for this limited edition men's clogs.
Oh my gosh. That's so sad that they're that much money, but I really want them unironically.
So, what do you think? Good idea?
That's an excellent idea, Coop.
All right, we'll do it. So
That
you could just get it for me, and then maybe I'll get it for you for your birthday. Who knows?
maybe. That's just a good investment right there. But we got to get it at the same time so we can go into sports mode.
True. We could
Together.
race. We could have a
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen race.
Yeah, I'd win, but you know,
We could
it's
get
neither here nor there.
we could get each other Crocs every year till we die. Do you think we'll be friends?
That's at least like 3 or 4 years.
Do you think we'll be friends for like a while?
No.
What if our
Yes.
okay, that was kind of weird. I didn't even process it.
I do.
Okay, but what if we like okay, wait, let me reword it. I was gonna say what if my kids are friends with your kids? I was gonna say what if we had kids, but that would not
Okay, what if we had kids?
Okay, what if like
Wait, did you just say what if your kids were my kids?
No, my kids were friends with your kids. Like
Oh, okay.
or if they like got married. Like we could how do you feel about arranged marriages?
You know, I think I can make an exception to my policy in this case.
Like your firstborn child is legally required to marry my
Yeah.
firstborn child.
We write it in contract. This is verbal signature.
True.
Gotta give me yours. Gotta give me yours.
I spelled it wrong.
It's in writing.
I'm glad you're down with this idea.
I like it, and we can all wear Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Why did you think about wanting our kids to get married, Coop?
I don't remember. I was just thinking about like us getting Crocs forever. Then I just thought about eventually we'll have kids. Then what if our kids are friends?
We'll have to buy them all Crocs, all the same Crocs.
But it would be kind of weird if our kids got married.
Why'd that be weird?
Like I'd be a little uncomfortable with it. No. Because
I don't know how I'd feel about.
they
Go
grow
ahead.
up like siblings.
Like
Like
step bro, step
no,
sis kind of thing.
like cousins. Like it'd be like you're like marrying your cousin. It'd be like if I married Max.
I ship it.
Eh, he swam in a lake. Did I tell you about
What?
that?
Where did that come from?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Max.
No, I'm curious.
We were
What?
playing we were playing some disc golf,
As you
as
do.
one does. Yeah, exactly. And he threw his disc into the lake, and it was like on like the shallow end, so he just like reached in and grabbed it. And then further on in the lake, he saw like a deeper, or like another disc that was like super deep. He was like, I'm gonna go get that disc too. So he went in like up to like his neck in water to get this
Oh my
disc.
gosh.
He didn't even get it.
What?
He was
At
like,
that point, just fully commit.
well, I think he was afraid of like, I don't know. I was thinking about like brain eating amoebas or something in the lake. Like it was like gross pond water. You don't want your head under that.
I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's crazy.
I don't know. He just like went in, and I was and just like didn't get it.
You told me this was on like one of the best disc golf courses in the world or something like that.
Yeah, like top 50 in the world. I
That's
don't.
that's
There
kind
might
of crazy.
only be like
Out,
50 disc
out of like
golfs.
50.
Yeah,
Yeah. Not many pro disc golf courses out there, but sounds kind of sick.
that's a good time.
Yeah, you get a little dip in the lake while you're at it, and free disc.
No, he didn't get the disc. You get it's like the claw machine.
Yeah. Except with brain eating amoebas, apparently.
Yeah, who hasn't had a
I'm not
brain eating
loving the
amoeba?
sound of that, honestly.
I don't know. I've just always been scared of those things.
Gosh, Coop.
You're not worried
I'm
about
not
those?
about that personally. Brain eating amoebas?
Yeah.
I don't often sit down and be like, what's a list of things to fear that I can feasibly get right now?
Oh,
Like
I do. Quicksand. Those things, whirlpools, brain eating
lava?
amoebas. Nah, I'm not really afraid of lava. You don't really run into
Yeah.
that very often.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. But quicksand and
Yeah.
brain eating amoebas,
Hmm.
perfectly normal everyday situation.
Yeah. It makes sense.
I want to know where you're living that has quicksand and brain eating amoebas side by side.
I can't give out that information. Kind of
So
kind of
chat, his
weird.
address is.
Oh.
I've never actually been to your house,
Nope, and you never will.
but you're gonna come to mine.
It's not your house. It's an apartment that we're going to share.
Well, I get the cooler room, so
Bro,
I'm happy with it.
I'm still mad about that. Chat, you don't know about this, but Peter and I are going to live in an apartment together. And I'm moving into the room that Peter lived in last year, or I guess this year. I don't know.
It's lightly worn.
Yes. But before Peter left the room, Peter took all of the best furniture and like moved it to the new room and like sent me all the bad furniture, giving me
Okay,
all his
no,
hand-me-downs.
I didn't send the bad furniture. I left the good desk. I took my chair and I took my bed and, put the bed that was in here in his room because, I can't, what am I going to do with two beds?
Kind of cringe.
I don't
It's
know.
been said.
It's a pretty cool situation. A win-win when you think about it.
Yeah. You get 2 wins.
Yeah, exactly. That's precisely how I'm thinking about it over here.
Do you ever
It's
think
gonna be
about
crazy.
Okay, this might sound weird, but do you ever think about like your life being like a movie and like you're like the main character? Do you ever think about that?
Are you gonna go on a thing about main character energy?
No. Well, I guess you have very much like side character energy.
Okay. As the host of the show, that's offensive.
But like is it weird to think about like like you're in like a movie and like you like see someone and be like, oh, that's a look at that side character over there.
Yeah, it's just a side character off in my life, you know.
Or like you like look at like a pretend camera sometimes. Like I
Yeah,
don't know
I
why
do
I
the
didn't just
office
like
look
look
every
at
now
like
and
my
then.
actual camera when I said that.
Yeah, Jim from The Office be like,
You just didn't do anything.
I was looking at the camera.
That's
That's what he
great.
does.
This is great for the audio listeners. Now that I think
Oh
about it,
yeah, I feel kind of bad for him.
a good bit.
Where were you going with that one, Coop?
I don't know. I don't think I was going anywhere with it.
Oh, I thought you had a big story about how your life was a movie, but you know, that's cool.
No, I was just kind of pondering, just kind of throwing it out there.
Kind of hurt that you think I'm a side character, but you know, whatever.
I don't know. I mean, it's true.
Okay, so I don't even get like supporting actor or
You
something.
can't be the main character of my movie, bro.
Why not?
Because it's my movie.
The whole world is just your movie.
Yeah.
Seems kind of rigged,
I don't even
honestly.
know if like your whole world is your movie. We are all living our own movies.
Why can't I be the main character of yours?
You got your own. Can I be the
Two
main character
Bros,
of
One
your movie?
Movie?
I don't even
Imagine.
see you. You're always asleep. That'd be a lame movie.
I'm not. You're the one Cooper. You sleep like 12 hours a day. I'm not always asleep.
You're
I'm
always
just
asleep
asleep
when
when you
I'm
want.
awake.
Yeah, I'm always asleep when you want me to be awake, which is at the hours from like 5 a.m. to like noon.
Yeah, so it would be a weird movie.
When you start streaming for some reason.
True. My schedule's kind of whack, but that's okay.
Gosh, you keep going through periods of fixing it and not fixing it. It's insane.
It's very cyclical, for sure.
It just rotates a 12-hour period of sleep that goes throughout the time of the day.
That's probably healthy.
Um, I'm gonna
I'm
call
no
Cap.
doctor, but
Yeah, I'm gonna call Cap at that one.
I don't know.
But speaking of sleep stories, since that's a common theme here, I think I've told you this one. I don't know if I've told the podcast it, but like I've mentioned, when I'm sleepy, I get delirious and don't know what's going on, so I don't react to things normally.
Mm-hmm.
But this was another time, like a week before finals, and it was 3 p.m. I think 3 or 4, and I was like, I'm tired. I'm just gonna go to bed. Like not even a nap, just like go to bed, go to bed.
Wait, like
And
for the night at 3 p.m.?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and it was like I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour after I fell asleep. I was sleeping like a baby. It was a nice sleep so far. And I hear this like noise. And I don't really know how to describe it. It was just like rumbling. And it feels like the like house is shaking a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. I can sense it. and it's it wakes me up and I'm delirious. I don't really know what's going on. So I just go back to sleep. But this cycle keeps repeating, but it's every like 10 minutes where rumbling will come by, shake the house a little bit, and I'll wake up sort of and then go back to sleep. And it happens so frequently at this point that I'm just like in this state of half awake, half asleep for like 3 hours, not
Constantly
knowing what's going
rumbling.
on. Yeah, sleep rumbling, not knowing what's going on. And I finally like the rumbling gets loud enough that it fully wakes me up and I can respond like a normal alive human. And I run outside to figure out what's going on. And apparently this whole time I've been asleep, this biker gang like raided our neighborhood and had a just like big rager, like just throwing bottles everywhere, just drinking insane amounts and then like popping biker wheelies right outside my window
What do
on their
you
like massive Harleys.
What do you mean they raided your neighborhood?
I don't know where they came from. I think maybe like a unit down, like on the other side, had like a group of biker people, but there was this just massive biker gang all out in our parking lot, like popping wheelies and doing tricks and just drinking during the day. Because it was like 4 p.m. Like
It's just a biker party.
yeah. And I just stayed delirious through this whole thing, getting no actual rest, but not doing anything about it. It was a good time.
But they saved your sleep schedule, sounds like.
They did save my sleep schedule. I would have liked to get that sleep though, I'll be honest, cuz I ended up staying up till like 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. because it was like, well, I'm awake at this point, might as well.
Do you talk in your sleep?
I don't know. My previous roommate Chris, who you know, says I would mumble and ask him questions and occasionally sit up and look at him.
When when we went on trips in high school, you'd have to like spin the night places.
Yeah.
So like me and Max would be in a room together and he would always talk in his sleep. Like just the most random things.
What kind of things would he say?
I don't know, he'd just like mumble at me, like kind of like what you're saying. The same vibe.
Do you
And
talk in your sleep at all?
I don't think so. Well, I wouldn't really consider this talking like in my sleep. But there was this one time when I was a little kid, like I was really small, and we were at the beach and I was sharing a pull-out couch,
Yeah.
like pulled out into a bed, and I was sharing that with my sister Bailey. And like we were both laying there about to fall asleep, and I told her, okay, this is gonna sound kind of weird. It's gonna sound kind of, it might sound like I'm a little crazy.
A lot of things that we say on here make that sound the case.
But I was kind of angry that I had to share a bed.
Yeah.
So I figured I could just like trick her into not sharing a bed with me.
Okay.
So when we were about to fall asleep, I was like, "Oh, Bailey, I'm sorry." And she was like, "Oh, why?" And I said, "Well, there's there's a man in my head that keeps telling me to take you down by the lake and kill you, but I don't want to."
Did you actually say that?
Yeah. And my little kid brain, I was like, this is the best idea, because she'll be like, "No, I don't want to sleep in this bed," and leave. And she rightfully was like, "What the fuck?" And like woke up my parents and were like, "This kid," and like relayed all the information that I just said. And I think they were like, "Ah, whatever, go back to sleep."
I bet she did not get a minute of sleep that night.
Yeah, what can you do?
Little schizo baby brother gonna take her down by the lake at night.
But I told her that I didn't want to do it.
Oh, well, as long as your intentions are pure, I'm sure that
Yeah.
the man in your head won't get to you.
I don't even know why.
Did it work? I mean, did she sleep in your...
I think we still slept on the same pull-out couch.
Did you... Please tell me you explained this to someone so your family doesn't think you're insane.
Ah, intrusive thoughts sort of thing.
So you did hear this man telling you...
No. I don't think so. I think the idea of the man was the intrusive thought, not the man itself.
Cooper, I'm gonna show you some pictures. They're gonna look like blobs. You're gonna tell me what you see in them.
Bro, I'm a man of many intrusive thoughts.
I don't like the sound of that. You're gonna be living in my house.
No, it's not like bad. It's just like, oh, what would happen if I did this?
Yeah, maybe staying where you are is like, 4 padded walls kind of thing. Might be good for you.
I'm allowed out of the bedroom. They just lock the door at night.
For good reason. Yeah, it has a lock on the outside and not on the inside. Oh, jeez.
But what can you do?
Not listen to the man in your head.
You don't get like intrusive thoughts like that?
I don't picture a man in my head
I
telling me to
don't.
take my
There's not a man
sibling.
in my head. There's not. You're
You
overreacting.
you spun this narrative, not me.
Okay. I'll give you another example.
Okay.
Uh, so in elementary school,
Yeah.
my dad was my principal. So there
That's a little
was,
awkward.
yeah. So I would always just like be vibing after school, and so I was like in his office one day, and he was
Yeah.
like in a meeting, and he had this big framed like jersey. I don't even know who it was, some like football player or hockey player or something. And I was like, intrusive thought, I wonder if I can pick up this giant ass frame. And
Okay.
so I
Wait, how old
did.
were you?
I'm like first grade, kindergarten.
Okay, okay.
And this thing's like the same size as me or bigger. But I pick it up and I'm like, wow, I can do this. And then I flat Stanley myself.
Oh
Like
my
I'm
God.
holding it by the
Just
bottom and the top falls forward like onto me. It all turned out fine though. It fell on me and I kind of like fell backwards a little bit. And then the receptionist came in and was like, "Oh, what are you doing, little cringe boy?" And I was like, vibing.
So I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
I imagine this impacted your head because flat Stanley, whole body kind of thing.
I got a
Like,
hard
yeah,
head.
a little bit. So, did you start hearing the man in your head
No,
after this?
no, no.
That was the whole time.
I, I've had a lot. I fell on my head as like a baby one time. Dropped on my head.
And the man appeared after
No,
that.
there's
You
no
remember
man.
the man
There's no
after that.
man. He's not here. He said to say that he's not here.
Uh, cut the cameras.
Maybe I got a sussy baka in my head. Who knows?
Don't know. No, no sussy bakas here. The thing is, our landlord is a neurologist, so I'm gonna, maybe ask her to assess this man in your head and see if you should be living here, kind of
I
thing.
I wouldn't be worried about it.
Because it's you. You're like, the man don't want to hurt you.
Every episode we get something from my past, my backstory that makes you think that I'm some weird guy.
I think I've heard enough things to think you're a weird guy to just know you're a weird guy.
We've all been there.
Like, man in your head, going with your
Bathed with a
cousin to get,
potato.
yeah, bathed with a potato, FaceTiming your uncle in the bathtub,
That wasn't on
peeing on the
purpose.
ceiling. You just know
That one was you. That one was you.
Hey, no pointing fingers going on here.
Kind of
Happens to
rude.
everyone.
Did you ever have any men in your head?
No men in my head, Coop. I can say with confidence, I got nothing going up in this noggin.
Kind of lame. Not gonna lie.
I like keeping my one personality. Just being me.
Who do you have to talk to when you're alone?
You, because you wake me up and try to talk to me in a deep sleep.
Oh, I'm the man in your head. What if I like call you while you're asleep and I like hypnotize you?
How do you plan on doing that?
Oh, I call you and you're like in a vulnerable state of hypnosis.
I think I'm just I, I think I'm just in a moist state. I don't think I'm in a hypnotic state.
I don't know. Like I'll be like, "What is your social security number?" And then you'll tell me it.
Yeah.
What is your credit card number? Oh,
I don't
bro.
think I don't think I would be too receptive to that, even in my delirious state.
Bro, I speaking of credit cards, I lost my wallet today and I had to like have my insurance card to like go to the doctor's office and I couldn't find it and I realized I left it in Max's car, but he just like went to school. So he's just like 4 hours away.
just thought of what I'm gonna do. So Max, Coop, and I all go to the same school. I'm gonna go because Max is down here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go steal your wallet. I'm gonna be like, Max, since Coop's gonna move down here, he said to go get your wallet, kind of thing. So
He's
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
get
believe
your
you.
wallet. I'm gonna get your wallet from him, and I don't know. I
It's
steal
like
your credit
those.
card information or something like that. Something cool.
No, it's like those. It's like those. That was gonna be a weird analogy. Like those
Go for
videos you
it.
saw in like elementary school, like about like people abducting kids. That's like
What
you.
videos did you watch when you were a kid?
No, they're like educational videos.
Going on YouTube, kid abduction.
No. Like in YouTube videos, they show or not. Did I say YouTube video? You said YouTube videos.
Did the
Educational
man
videos.
tell you to look up kid abductions?
No. Okay. In school, they show you the videos where it's like, do you know this guy? Do you know this man? And they're like, oh, okay. I'm explaining it really poorly.
I know what you're talking about.
They show you
The
videos and
man
it's
in your head told you to look up these things.
no, it's like don't like get in the car with strangers, and the guy's like, oh, I'm your dad's friend. Come get in my car, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
That's
Stranger
like
danger.
that's what Max is gonna be like, because you're gonna be like Cooper sent me to get his wallet, and he's gonna be like, no.
Okay, the thing is, I'm not a stranger to Max. He knows you're gonna be moving down here to live with me.
I don't know, bro.
I can just text him and be like, yo, can I have Coop's wallet? And even without an excuse, I'll bet he'll just be like, yeah, for sure.
It won't even come up because Joe's gonna bring my wallet up.
Joe's not gonna bring the wallet up.
Joe mama.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that.
I got him.
Just like you got me with the dying of Ligma jokes over and over and over this week.
It's funny. I'm a funny guy.
But thanks to your thanks to your chalky yellow drink, you gargling, you're gonna be okay.
It's actually
survived Ligma.
It's for like heartburn or something.
Do you just have heartburn in your throat?
No, yeah, I guess. He's like, it's for heartburn, but you can use it. And I was like, okay.
What kind of doctor did you go to? I picture like you didn't have an insurance card, so you just went up to some guy outside of the hospital, and he was like drinking something out of a cup, and you were like, yo, they won't let me in, I'm kind of sick. He just hands it to you, and you're like, oh, what's this? He's like, oh, it's for heartburn, but go ahead, knock yourself out.
He was like, it's for heartburn, but people drink it for heartburn, but you could just gargle it and it will soothe your throat.
All right, cool.
It's just science, really.
When you think about it, I think you still just took this from some random guy outside the hospital. The man told you to.
Bro, I had an awkward encounter at the pharmacy.
Do tell.
So I'm going to get my yummy chalk drink. And I see, and one of the ladies working there at the pharmacy, I know who she is because she's the mom of a girl I went to elementary school with, middle school with, high school with, and now goes to college with us. So
oh, that's sick.
So I know them, and I know her, and we're having this whole conversation. And I'm like, oh, how's your daughter? Is she enjoying school? Is she back up here? Is she in Raleigh? And she is like, we're like having this whole conversation. And then at the end of it, she's like, oh, what's your name?
Oh, gosh.
And I go,
that's so awkward.
It's Cooper.
There's no redeeming that.
No, she knew who I was. She just didn't recognize me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's awful.
It is what it is.
So she just went this whole time being like, this weird juice man is just asking about my daughter.
Yeah, she was just like giving me like details about like her daughter's schooling. I mean, because I knew.
You could have just been anyone.
I could have been anyone. Well, I was wearing a state shirt, so.
Oh, so that that really helps. That
Hmm.
narrows it down. Not like there's like 50,000 people or something crazy like that.
Ah, who knows?
Gosh, Coop. Imagine she asked you like, "Oh, what's your name?" and you're just like, "Oh, don't worry about it," and just like walked away. Thanks for the chalky juice.
I'm fairly certain that once I told her my name, she knew who I was, but I'm not 100%.
You told her your name and she was like, "Oh,
You,
Cooper."
you
I
rapscallion.
classic Coop and his yellow chalk gave you finger guns and he just walked away.
That's exactly how it went down. Were you there?
Gosh. At the pharmacy?
Yeah.
Just because I accounted it so
Yeah.
perfect.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I did follow you to get your chalky juice from random strangers.
Thank you.
Speaking of school, seamless
Oh,
transition.
yeah,
We're
good transition.
professionals.
I like it.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I told you all this story. Um, but for one of my final design projects, we had like to design some sustainable packaging product and had to do like strength testing on it.
Lame.
But since it was COVID, like all the labs are closed and except for like special ones that are open when assigned to people. And everyone's doing this separately. So we don't have equipment to do anything we need to do. And so we take our prototype and on the weekends during like it for some reason it's like noon to 3 you can get in with our key cards because we're part of the department. And so like maybe they're just, working overtime or something because a lot of students do just work there. And so we just go in and find a couple of these empty labs that no one's in. And like, we put on our safety glasses and stuff. People were walking down the hallways and we're like, "Hey, we're supposed to be here. Are you guys supposed to be here?" Really blending in, being natural. And we get in there and there's all like the other labs with the equipment we needed were locked because it's actually expensive equipment. And so there's nothing that we can really use to strength test it. Because normally it's this like precise machine that you put it in and it centers it perfectly and like presses down and finds the exact breaking point. And we didn't know how to replicate that. So we got a big old scale, a big board, like a metal plate,
Hmm.
and a bunch of 5-gallon buckets of water. And we put that on top of our little sustainable box and just dumped massive amounts of water on it until it broke. The thing is, we didn't have lids or anything. And so when it finally broke, water just splashed everywhere, all over the place, in a lab we were not supposed to be in.
This sounds illegal. You vandalized a random
We
lab.
we didn't vandalize.
That's what it
We didn't
sounds like.
vandalize. We you know, I don't want to say broken enter, like, we just entered a place when we weren't allowed to be there. Like broke
and
into a lab kind of thing.
and then destroyed it.
Yeah, just flooded it.
But not nothing illegal here,
No vandalism, not breaking entering, perfectly legal.
guys. We got him.
But
Cinnamon.
the thing that we didn't know is the scale was supposed to track the maximum value it took, and we weren't watching it well enough. And apparently we reached that long before it actually broke because the scale was a really bad scale. And so all of that was for nothing. We couldn't get a reading because it surpassed it. So we ended up putting like I think we just put like 10 kilograms plus, and we put like 10 times that amount of water on it.
When in doubt, just make up numbers.
We did well. We did well. I think we got like a 98 on it because I don't think she read it. I think she
Yeah.
gave everyone a 98.
Yeah, that's
I'll
a
take it.
pro tip. Just make stuff up. Like I was doing this one lab and it was just like dummy difficult and I had no idea what I was doing. So I just like copied the pictures from the graphs that he gave us and just like put them in mine. But I didn't like try and pretend like it was my work. I was just
Yeah.
like my code didn't work, so I'm gonna just analyze his code instead. And I still made like an 80.
Was this the lab you sent to me and it had like a million typos in the first paragraph? And you were like, look at this lab, but don't read it.
No, that was a different. I made a 100 on that lab. They just a lot of times they're grading so many things they just might not care. Like I had the wrong title on a lab, and they were like, "That's
Yeah.
chill, fam."
What was the title? Because that I think that was the one you showed me, and it was just like it was something so blatantly like it was the
Yeah.
name of the assignment or something.
No, it was the name of like a different assignment, like completely separate.
You gotta love it. College is great, folks. You'll do fine if you're not there already.
Just fake it till you make it.
Or just dump tons of water in a lab you're not supposed to be on and
Yeah,
get an A.
destroy the records of your failures.
Well, I don't think anyone knew it was us. And like there were
They
because
do
it's a
now.
lab, there's like drains in the room. So I'm sure it's like fine by now.
It's not still covered in water. Hopefully.
Yeah, it wasn't draining that fast, but we kind of just like left. So I'm sure it's fine. I think it's okay. No one said anything. I'm just gonna get like an expulsion letter. They're gonna be like, don't actually come back.
Or like a cease and desist for this podcast for you, revealing information, school information.
Yeah, let me just divulge all of our
Secrets.
state secrets.
Oh, well, get it? State secrets.
Get it?
That's pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Kind of quirky like that.
Kind of built different. Oh, Pete, I want to do a flawless transition like you did.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So we were talking about birthdays before, and you had like a birthday cake story, but you didn't tell it.
When were we talking? Oh, we were talking about birthdays with the Crocs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a flawless transition. Good one. Good one.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah, no. I thought I told you this, but I guess I haven't. It's one of my favorite anecdotes.
Oh?
And I have a picture that I can try to pull up. And if I send it to you, can you display it at all?
I sure can try.
I can just show it on screen if nothing works there.
I could probably display it. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Okay, don't show it yet. Don't show it yet.
Yeah.
But so my birthday is July 12th. And
Happy birthday. Belated.
thank you. Yeah, but last summer my brother was graduating from basic training
Kind of basic.
in the summer.
Get it? It's like
Yeah, I got it. And the graduation date happened to just be July 12th. And so on my birthday, we were celebrating his graduation, which honestly I don't care. They asked me a million times if I cared and whatnot. I really didn't. I don't think birthdays are that big a deal.
but you
But
really
I did
did
give him
care.
a little. Yeah, no. Hurt deep. No. I give him crap for it just because it was fun. But the morning of the celebration that I had was because we had to wake up really early because we stayed in a hotel. We had to wake up pretty early and then go to his graduation ceremony in the morning, and then take him out for like a celebratory dinner to finally get out and get some good food for him. And so my celebration was that like the little breakfast in the lobby of the hotel. So I opened a few presents. They sang happy birthday. It was a nice deal. One of the cleaning ladies was actually in the room and she witnessed this go down. And I didn't have a birthday cake or anything. Like my family joked around. They handed me a cereal box you know, it's a suite. That's what you
Mhm.
have in a little lobby at a hotel. But this lady was like, "Oh, it's your birthday, right? I don't see a birthday cake." Just kind of joking around, and I was like, "Yeah, no birthday cake. We're here celebrating my brother's graduation, you know, making a joke." And she's like, "No, you guys have to wait, because at this point we're packed up and about to head out to his graduation." And she runs to the back room after insisting that we wait. And she comes back 5 minutes later
With
with,
this.
yeah. And so I assume it's showing what
Yeah.
this is one of the muffins that she took from the lobby, a box of Fruit Loops, and a coffee straw that she stuck in the top and put the Fruit Loops around to act as the candle. And she made them sing happy birthday to me again and handed me my birthday cake.
So it's a muffin with a stack of Fruit Loops on top of it.
Yeah, with a coffee straw down the middle that the Fruit Loops are around.
It's pretty classy.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
That's
even have time to eat it. We had to rush off to the graduation, but I will never forget that
you
lady.
didn't eat it?
I think I ate it in the car, made a bit of a mess, but it was a good time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I will never forget her.
that cleaning lady's honestly amazing.
Yeah, for real.
I'm imagining like a sweet old lady. I'm imagining the grandma from Coco.
Exactly like the grandma from Coco.
I
Best
think her name
experience
was Coco.
that made my birthday.
We should find her. We should get her to guest star on the podcast.
Yes, resident expert, baking expert.
That would be goaded. Next episode, episode 2, we'll have her there.
The perfect end for a perfect birthday celebration. I think that's a good note to end the podcast
A perfect
on, you know?
in for a perfect podcast, Pete.
Yeah, we get to hear about my guardian angel, according to chat, with this nice little birthday cake that she made me.
I think it was a pretty fresh birthday cake.
It was quite fresh, much like this podcast.
Did she like write on it like to my sussy baka?
Yeah, to my sussy baka. That is exactly what it was inside the muffin, actually, a little note. But real quick before we end, folks, make sure to if you can rate us on anything, any device, but specifically Apple Podcast. We'll read it, like this most recent one that says, "I love this podcast. It's amazing. 10 out of 10 recommended." I don't know who wrote that, but that's pretty sick. I would have
Kind
to
of
agree.
goaded.
Yeah. We'll read them all out if you guys send them in.
Well, Pete, I think it's about that time.
It is
If
about
you're
that
watching
time.
live, join up the raid, get some free channel points. Tell them who sent you. Tell them get wumped.
Get wumped.
And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. As Peter said, review if you're watching on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Yeah, we'll read the comments of the YouTube too.
Pete, it's been fun. It's nice to have our final podcast together to be this one.
What?
Oh yeah, next episode, new co-host, me and someone new. I don't know, anyone. Maybe like a monkey with like sign language.
Kind of rude, kind of hurtful.
Like
Not gonna
Harambe.
lie. Sussy baka of you.
Do you think Harambe knew sign language?
I think he did. I choose to believe it.
May he rest in peace.
Well, Coop, it's been real. It's been fresh. It's been real fresh.
Some would say it's been fresh.
Yeah, not like I didn't just say that or anything, but yeah.
What can you do? I'll see you guys.
So,